Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to Vintage Throne Stadium for season number 22 of Barrie Baycats baseball. This afternoon's Hern County Baseball League game features the visiting London Majors and your Barrie Baycats. Here are this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the visiting Majors, managed by Ruth Chanderdack. Batting first in right field, number 22, Byron Reichstein. Batting second, playing third base, number 6, Drew Lawrence. Batting third in left field, number 7, Starling Joseph. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 26, Eduardo Diolio. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 21, Tommy Reyes Cruz. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 28, Austin Wilkie. Batting eighth, at first base, number 8, Josh Williams. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 11, Brett Graham. Pitching this afternoon for London, number 29, Jordan Schulfan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, put your hands together, make some noise. Here is the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Shallow. Batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Kenny Skijo. And accompanying Kenny this afternoon is Barrie Minor Baseball Association 8U Mudhand team player number 1, Tommy Hardy. Batting second in left field, number 95, Noel McGarry Doyle. Accompanying Noel this afternoon, number 2 from the Barrie Minor Baseball Association 8U Mudhands, Aiden Grutjen. Batting third, the second baseman, number 26, Adam Odd. Accompanying Adam this afternoon is number 3, Carter Bannerman. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 29, Malik Williams. Accompanying Malik this afternoon, number 6, Liam Pollard. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 5, Josh Cote. Accompanying Josh this afternoon is number 8, Jack Tweedle. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns. Accompanying Carson this afternoon, number 9, Tyson Smith. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 20, Victor Flaz. Accompanying Victor this afternoon, number 9, Tyson Smith. Correction, number 11, Max Corbin. Batting ninth in right field, number 17, Avery Tuck. Accompanying Avery this afternoon, number 13, Cameron Keown. Thank you so much to the Barrie Minor Baseball Association 8U Mudhens for joining your Barrie Baycats here this afternoon at Junior Baycats Day. Pitching this afternoon for your Baycats, make some noise for number 97, Frank Garces. Here are the umpires for today's contest. Calling the balls and strikes, we have Corey Dalton. At first base, Ryan Jackson, and handling third base, Don Michelle. Fans, can you please rise if you are able to? Kindly remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Baycats fans, we have two ceremonial first pitches happening here this afternoon at the ballpark. Coming on out to the mound, we have Brody Sheffield and we have Craig from the Rock 95 morning crew. Now first on Brody Sheffield is a season ticket holder and huge supporter of the Baycats, who attends the Baycats summer camps and is also the winner of the Ultimate Fan Package for Baycats online auction this past spring. Brody is also celebrating his birthday today at the ballpark with us. Happy birthday, Brody, and thank you from the Baycats for your ongoing support. And let's introduce Craig here today. Barrie's Rock Station, Rock 95, a very proud sponsor of the Barrie Baycats and our today's Junior Baycat Game sponsor. Rock 95 is a full-service rock radio station locally owned and operated that blends the perfect mix of classic rock and the best in new rock. Tune in for the most accurate news, traffic, weather, school bus cancellations, and information in Central Ontario. Please welcome to the field for this afternoon's ceremonial first pitch from the Rock 95 morning crew, Craig Ross. Brody and Craig, it's your pitch.
Baycats TV presents the Intercounty Baseball League this afternoon from Vintage Throne Stadium in Midhurst. It's the London Majors and the Barrie Baycats. Hello again, everyone, and welcome. With Julius, Hern, I'm Ben Davy. Fifth of six regular season matchups for these clubs. The Baycats are 3-1 through 4. And they continue to play well, winning in Brantford last night. Some early runs cost them here on Thursday night against the Royals. But this weekend, Julius, a big test for the depth of this roster. 4 games in 4 days. So it's going to be all hands on deck today against London and then tomorrow afternoon when Guelph returns for a rematch.
Yes, absolutely, Ben. They're relying on their entire roster to get them through this 4-game stretch in 4 days. A tough loss on Thursday, but a huge win last night. And Frank Garces on the mound for the Baycats tonight. Really going to rely on his arm against these London Majors, who he pitched against last Saturday in his previous outing.
Here's the starting lineup for Root Chanderdats, defending IBL champions, the London Majors. Byron Reichstein will lead it off in right field. Drew Lawrence is the third baseman, batting second. Starling Joseph, who had an 11-game hit streak, snapped last night. He's in left field, batting third. Eduardo De Olio, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. It's Tommy Reyes-Cruz hitting fifth at shortstop. Veteran Cleveland Brownlee DHs and hits sixth. Austin Wilkie in center field bats seventh. Josh Williams at first base in the eighth spot. And rounding out the order is Brett Graham hitting ninth at second base.
And like I said, Frank Garces back on the mound. 1 week after facing the London Majors in his previous appearance, and this will be his 8th appearance of the season. He sports a 4-0 record with a 2.64 ERA, 47 2/3 innings pitched, a 54-3 strikeout to walk ratio. That's 18 strikeouts for each walk.
Chatting with Roop down by the dugout prior to today's game, and he told me they're getting a little tired of facing every team's number one starter. It seems like it's happening to them game in and game out. They had it last night facing Welland's number one, and now Barrie's number one, Frank Garces, here this afternoon. Not complaining about it, but just saying, oh, it's interesting. You know, they're down near the bottom of the standings and struggling this year, but they're still the defending champs, and nobody in this league takes them lightly.
No, absolutely. We saw last weekend probably the best two pitchers in the IBL with Owen Boone and Frank Garces going at it against each other. The Baycats just missing facing Owen Boone as he pitched last night in Welland. A fantastic appearance for him, 8 innings, 12 strikeouts against Welland, and a huge win for the Majors.
Reichstein steps in. Garces with a wind in the first offering of the game is a fastball for a strike. We're underway at 4:15 on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. A lot of rain earlier in the day across the area, so field looking pretty good right now. We'll see if there's any issues as the game goes on, but quite a bit of rain earlier today. Beautiful sunny sky right now with some clouds. 20 degrees is our official game time temperature. And a very light breeze blowing in and right to left. Shouldn't be a factor here today. 0-2 from Garces. Check swing. He held it back. It's high, 1-2. Frank Garces looks in for the sign. And the windup and the 1-2 delivery is hit in the air to center field. Canisijo sprints in. It'll be the second baseman, though, back on the outfield grass to take it for the out. Adamad, one away here in the first inning.
Give the defense here for the Barrie Baycats. In left field, Noel McGarry-Doyle. In center, Canisijo. And in right field, Avery Tuck. On the infield, Victor Plaz at third, Carson Burns at short, Adamad at second, Malik Williams at first, and Josh Cote catching Frank Garces.
And we had the Barrie Minor Baseball Association under-8 Mud Hens out with the Baycats for the starting lineups today during the player introductions. That was kind of cool. A real thrill for those kids, I'm sure, to accompany the Barrie Baycats out to their defensive positions prior to this top of the first inning.
These junior Baycats days are fantastic around the ballpark. Great to see his families and young youth players around the ballpark back in the house.
I love the minor league names that have been adapted by the Barrie Minor Baseball Association. My son actually played for the Mud Hens at the house league level, but that was one of the teams that he got one year. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right side. Two balls and a strike to Drew Lawrence, the third baseman. Pitch from Garces. Fouled off right side. Count 2-2. Home plate ump today is Corey Dalton. Ryan Jackson behind the bag at first, and Don Michelle is at third. Ryan Jackson was the home plate umpire here on Thursday night when the Baycats had that interesting altercation with Tristan Pompey at first base. Pompey got ejected after drawing a walk in his final at-bat of that game. Fouled off to the right side. Some chirping going on between him and the Baycat dugout, and it resulted in Pompey getting ejected. And perhaps the only time I can recall a player getting ejected after drawing a walk. But it happened here on Thursday night. Ground ball, second base, Odd with it. Flip the first in time for the out. 2 down for Frank Garces. Pompey had been arguing balls and strikes throughout the game, so that had just kind of been boiling over. Kind of finally reached his breaking point in that final at bat. Despite drawing the walk, he had plenty to say to Ryan Jackson, the home plate ump that night, and eventually it just boiled over, and he had enough.
Yeah, like you said, it was built up throughout the game, and just got to that point where the tension broke between him and the home plate umpire, and that was it for Pompey.
It should be pointed out the Baycats weren't happy with the balls and strikes that night either. To third, Victor Plaz has time, makes the throw, and it's in there for the out. So the Majors go 3 up, 3 down. We're through half an inning. Scoreless here at Vintage Throne Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated, and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's the Baycats coming to bat against the London Majors. And let's take you through the starting lineup for Barrie tonight with Josh Matlow at the helm. Kenise Ejo in center field leading off. Noel McGarry-Doyle in left bat second. Adam Odd, hot-hitting second baseman, batting third. Ryan Rio in the cleanup spot DHing. Malik Williams at first, bats fifth. Josh Cote is the catcher, batting sixth. Carson Burns at short. Victor Plaz at third. Avery Tuck batting ninth in right field.
And making his first appearance in the IBL for pitching for the Majors is Jordan Schulfen. Earlier this year, he's pitching in the Frontier League for Trois Rivières. Had a really tough go there, but previously pitched Division I baseball at the University of Maine and the University of Richmond.
First pitch strike to Kenise Ejo. The Majors' pitching has been good this season, but they've struggled to find arms to fill out the rotation behind Owen Boone. Edison Gonzalez, Abdiel Velasquez, and Pedro de los Santos are a combined 2 and 8 behind Owen Boone this season. So they've juggled some arms, and today going with Jordan Schulfand. On the ground, nice play by Drew Lawrence, gets up, makes the throw, and it's in time for the out. Great play by Drew Lawrence at third base.
I'll give you the defense here for the Majors. Starling Joseph in left field, Austin Wilkie in center, Byron Reichstein gets the start at right. Drew Lawrence making that great play at third base, Tommy Reyes-Cruz at short, Brett Graham at second base, Josh Williams making that pick at first base, and Eduardo Diolio catching Jordan Schulfen.
Noel McGarry-Doyle to the plate. 34 games last year for the Baycats, hitting .338. Right up the middle, and it's into center field. Baycats get their first base hit of the game.
This first inning brought to you by JC Unlimited Contracting. Design, supply, build, renovate, servicing Simcoe region for over a decade.
Adam Odd is on an absolute tear. After a little bit of a slow start to the season, he caught fire in a hurry, and looking to improve on last year's .328 average has certainly done that. And Josh Matlow has put him right in the top third of the order here, hitting in the number 3 spot, looking to take advantage of that hot bat as he swings and misses through a fastball, strike one. 84 on the radar gun there on that fastball by Schulfand. Noel McGarry-Doyle second to Kenise Ejo in steals. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Schulfand steps off, wants to do a little bit of housekeeping around the rubber. Umpires were looking at the dirt very carefully, a little more carefully than normal prior to the first pitch. We were a little bit slow getting started. That may have been part of the reason. McGarry-Doyle with a jump and a good one, and he's in. Head first slide, he's safe. Stolen base for Noel McGarry-Doyle. He's in scoring position with 1 out here in the first.
McGarry-Doyle had a great jump there, but Eduardo Diolio's got a great arm. I'm not sure if McGarry-Doyle would have been in there safely had the throw not been as high as it was.
The umpires were looking at the dirt around home plate prior to the game this afternoon, and you saw Schulfand doing a little bit of grounds work as well, and around that pitching rubber, making sure he's got a good footing out there. Count 1 and 2. Weather conditions perfect right now, but a lot of moisture still to be soaked up, I'm sure, on the dirt and in the grass. 1 and 2 is the count. Odd waggles the bat. Here's the pitch. Inside, and the count is even 2 and 2.
I was on the field for batting practice earlier today, and it didn't seem as wet as I probably would have predicted it had been. Got some heavy rains this morning, but tapered off, an hour or so before the ball game, so it wasn't too wet out there.
Schulfan to the belt. Checks the runner. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's lifted to left down the line, and slicing foul. Adam Odd will go back to the plate for another 2-2. Odd with the old school pant legs up to the knees. The big blue socks below them. Here's the pitch. Fouled it away, back to the screen. Count holds at 2-2. Ryan Rio, the DH on deck. One out here, bottom of the first. Baycats trying to score early. Odd is ready. Schulfan with the delivery, and it's on the ground foul. Good at bat here by Odd. He's fouled off 3 or 4 here in this at bat. Keeps the count at 2-2.
It's a good strategy to work the starting pitcher's pitch count up early. Gets him in a tough headspace, especially with a runner in scoring position here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Schulfan's pitch, and it's lifted to right. It'll be playable for Reichstein. He's over, he makes the catch. Runner tags. Here's the throw in, the slide, and McGarry Doyle advances 90 feet.
The designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio.
So the Baycats have the game's first run 90 feet away, but with 2 out as Ryan Rio comes to bat. Ryan Rio was on a podcast earlier this week. If you're a fan of the IBL fan page, I think it's just called Intercounty Baseball Fans. You might have had a chance to hear that. If not, definitely worth checking out. Chris Lazar hosting, former IBL player himself, and they kidded around a little bit about the power rankings and the whole Baycats are average moniker as Rio, anything but average, drives that one to center field and brings in the game's first run. So an RBI single for Ryan Rio brings home Noel McGarry Doyle, and it's a 1-0 Barrie lead.
Number 29, Malik Williams.
Rio kidded about that and said, yeah, some players on the team did hear that or it wasn't a podcast, I guess it was a write-up, an article that he had done calling the Baycats an average team. At that time, their record was about 5-5. They were playing about 500 baseball, so he thought it was a fair analysis, and the Baycats kind of took exception to that and wanted to prove that they're anything but average, and they went on a little bit of a tear.
Yeah, 9-game winning streak after that was posted, and definitely proving that they aren't as average as some people around the IBL may seem, but
so that keep calling us average moniker as this one's hit a long way to left field. It's up and it's gone. Big 2-run bomb by Malik Williams makes it a 3-0 Barrie lead.
Malik Williams has been hitting those high fastballs very well since rejoining the Baycats, and another one right there, kind of middle of the zone high, and he saw it right away and blasted that one over the wall in left field.
No doubter off the bat of Williams. 3-0 Baycats with 2 out in the first. What a huge asset he has been for Josh Matlow, getting his bat in the lineup and putting him at first base, giving more options. Hayden Jaco has played a little bit of first base for the Baycats as well, the former London Major. Not in the starting lineup here tonight, but he's definitely been a key player for Barrie this season in various situations. It's a strike, 0-2 to Josh Cote, the catcher.
The Baycats have boasted an extremely versatile lineup the whole season very well, and everyone's been able to put the offense up, and we've seen it all year.
Jaco was used as catcher a lot with London and has Played a little bit behind the plate here, but been especially valuable at first base for the Baycats with Josh Cote, the rookie catcher, having such an outstanding season. They want to keep him back there as much as possible. Foul tip into the glove for a third strike, and down he goes. But not before the Baycats get 3 runs and take an early lead. We're through 1. It's the Baycats 3, the Majors no score. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
For the Baycats.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
To the second inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. I'm Ben Davy with Julius Hern, and it's the Barrie Baycats on top, 3-0. On the strength of a 2-run blast by Malik Williams. Due up for London, Eduardo De Olio, Tommy Reyes Cruz, and Cleveland Brownlee.
Catcher number 26, Eduardo De Olio.
Frank Garces now with a 3-run cushion to work with.
Definitely helps your starting pitcher when you're scoring early and often, like the Baycats have today. Suffered from that a little bit on Thursday against Guelph, where Guelph put up 3 runs in the first inning.
This one lifted to right. It's in foul territory, and it is out of play over near the Barrie bullpen. Juan Benitez allowing 6 runs in 3 innings. At least 1 or 2 of those runs were unearned, but it was 6-0 Royals through 3. They scored 6 runs through 3 innings, but then Benitez was able to get through innings 4 through 6, facing the minimum. He got a couple of double plays to help his cause, and then left the game after 6 innings, but it was a hard luck night for Juan Benitez as he seemed to get better as the outing continued. He has had trouble in the early innings this season.
Not to mention last night, the Baycats putting up the run support early as well. Jeffrey Nunez going 7 innings, not allowing a run, and a 14-1 win for the Baycats over the Red Sox.
Yeah, probably his strongest outing of the season so far.
Absolutely.
Opposite way, and it's out of play. Down to the Barrie bullpen once again. Count 1-2 to Eduardo De Olio, the catcher. Frank Garces, the 33-year-old right-hander from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. Third base, Plaz can't get it on the short hop. Off his glove, into right field. They give him an error. Boy, that's a tough hop, though. And the first base runner for the London Majors is Eduardo De Olio, E5.
Yeah, it looked like Plaz got in front of that as much as he could, but ball went right through him in the left field, and that's a tough one to give up on the leadoff hitter.
Well, the ball was right there. He was in the right spot, just couldn't handle it. Looked like it caromed off the heel of his glove, and a bit of a tricky short hop, but it gives London their first base runner. So Tommy Reyes-Cruz, the shortstop, now comes to bat. Reyes-Cruz 2 for 4 last night versus Welland. 19 runs scored to lead the majors. He'll bat with a man on and nobody out here in the second inning. He's got that back foot right on the chalk in the batter's box. This one to second. They're going to go to short for one and no relay to first. Adam Odd thought they might be able to turn 2 on that. Got the play to Burns. Burns just wasn't able to make the transfer, though. And the speedy Tommy Reyes-Cruz really gave them no option. So he's aboard on the fielder's choice. DeOlio is retired from the bases, 4-6. 1 on, 1 out for Cleveland Brownlee.
Even if they had a clean transfer there with the speed of Tommy Reyes-Cruz, would have been a very close play at first, but good that the Baycats got the lead runner anyway.
Brownlee fouls it back for a strike. He hit one of the deepest home runs we've seen in a while here at Vintage Throne Stadium the last time the London Majors were here. Brownlee had an outstanding season last year, played in all 42 games, and he hit .335 for Roop Chanderdat. This one right into the glove of Frank Garces. Goes to second to Odd for one. The relay to first. It's offline, but there to make the tag is Malik Williams. A double play gets Garces and the Baycats off the field, and it's a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and that's
and the score is James Anderson, and the Baycats win.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the second inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium, and it's brought to you by Wingin' It Restaurants, the great taste of adventure.
Great job by Frank Garces getting the double play ball to eliminate any London threat in that top of the second, which started with an error to Victor Plaz, a tough one as he couldn't handle a short hop. Gave the Majors a base runner, but a fielder's choice and a double play got them off the field. So now Jordan Schulfand will take the hill here for the bottom of the second inning. Trailing 3-0 and facing Carson Burns, Victor Plaz, and Avery Tuck. High pop-up on the outfield grass. Shortstop Tommy Reyes-Cruz calls for it, and he has it.
Third baseman number 20, Victor Plaz.
This is Baycat rookie Victor Plaz in his first year with the Baycats. First pitch strike. Count 0-2. Jordan Schulfand has done a nice job getting ahead in the count, and thanks to James and from our stats department for letting us know that Schulfand has been relying primarily on the slider, especially in 0-1 and 0-2 counts. We'll see if he goes with the slider again here. A little bit of a hesitation there with the leg kick, and he blows one past Plaz for the strikeout. Fastball inside there. Plaz couldn't connect with it.
That was high and in on Victor Plaz there with the fastball, and maybe a little bit of that hesitation caught Plaz off guard, but couldn't catch up to it anyway. Another strikeout for Schulfand.
Avery Tuck was hot last night against the Brantford Red Sox, broke through in a big way. We had been mentioning that he was due for a big night, and boy, did he ever have it in Brantford.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit on Thursday. He was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but a big bounce-back game for him last night. A couple doubles, a couple RBI. Very well needed for a right fielder.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Well, sometimes it just takes a big night like that to try to get things together mentally and putting it together with the skill set that you have. We know Avery Tuck is a promising young ball player and prototypical 5-tool player. Swing and a miss. Out in front of that one, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Tuck. Here's the 1-2. Foul back to the screen, and again, you saw Schulfand do that hesitation with the leg kick. Did it to Plaz in the previous at-bat, and he got a swing and miss. Tuck was able to foul that one away.
Be curious to see if the Baycats can pick up on that. Maybe that's a bit of a tip from Schulfand of pitch type he may be throwing in that specific instance.
Kind of a Joe Kelly move, if you're familiar with him, major league pitcher. More of an abbreviated delivery there, and that one got away. 2-2 as Schulfand slaps the glove. A little frustrated at himself on that one. So you kind of saw the two extremes in those last 2 pitches there. The stutter step leg kick and then the compact delivery. This one inside near the ankles, and the count now 3-2 to Avery Tuck. Payoff pitch on the way. On the ground to second. Handled cleanly by Brett Graham. Over to first in time for the out. The Baycats go 3 up, 3 down in the second. We're through 2. It's still 3-0 Barrie on Baycats TV and Rogers TV.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer!
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
On to the third here at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's the Baycats on top of the defending IBL champs, 3-0. Frank Garces has faced the minimum through 2, and he'll face the bottom third of the order now. Austin Wilkie, Josh Williams, and Brett Graham.
Garces has faced the minimum in this ballgame so far through 2 innings, thanks to a double play in the second inning.
First pitch, shallow center field. Can he see Joe? 1 away. These teams meet again on Friday, August 18th in London. That is the final regular season matchup between these clubs. Baycats are 3-1 in the previous 4. Next week, another busy one for the Baycats. 4 games in 5 days. So they have 4 and 4 this weekend, 4 and 5 next weekend. And this is when you start getting into what they call the dog days of summer, and a lot of makeups being jammed into those open dates, especially on the weekend for teams all around the IBL. This one lifted to right field, and it's going to drop. First base hit for the Majors. It comes off the bat of Josh Williams.
Usually when the schedule comes out, everything looks fairly spaced out, but once the rain starts coming, and it's happened quite a bit through the month of July, those makeup games really compact the schedule, and gets a bit tough on the roster, especially managing the bullpen's a bit tougher. But
tomorrow's game is a makeup from the Thursday, July 6th game against the Guelph Royals, so we'll be here to bring you that at 3:05. So keep that in mind, not in your printed Baycat schedule that you got on the start of the season. And there will be a few of these games around the IBL as we head into the final weeks here. So the Baycats next week have Toronto at Christie Pitts on Wednesday night. Brantford visits Thursday. Welland on Saturday at 4:05. We'll have that one for you at Vintage Throne Stadium. And then the Baycats go to Brantford on Sunday afternoon. One and one. Garces with the delivery, and it's in the air, foul to the right side.
Very important stretch here for the Baycats. They're only a couple of games behind Welland for first place in the league. So if they can keep racking up the wins, they can make it a close stretch towards the end of the year.
Yeah, the Jackfish have been on top for a while, but they have a 4-game lead over both Barrie and Kitchener right now. You might look at that and say, well, 4 games is an awful lot, especially in the IBL, but the Baycats do have 2 games in hand on Welland, and they face the Jackfish 3 more times. Called strike 3. Garces with a strikeout, 2 down. So when you look at it that way, if the Baycats are able to win the 3 that they've got left against the Jackfish and then win their 2 games in hand, that makes up the 4-game deficit, and then you just have to match the Jackfish win for win with whatever they do with the rest of the games, and that would give you a tie for the top of the standings. So certainly not beyond the realm of possibility.
Baycats are 2-1 against the Jackfish this year. All fairly competitive games, except for possibly the one on Canada Day. That was a blowout win for the Baycats. But nonetheless, the Jackfish always put up a great fight against the Baycats. So those 3 games towards the end of the year are going to be very entertaining to watch.
And the next one is on Saturday, as I mentioned, next weekend at 4:05. If you want to see the first place Welland Jackfish as the Baycats try to catch them in the standings. Frank Garces, consistent mid-80s here. He's ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. Reichstein led off the game with a pop up to second. Garces from the stretch with a runner on. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Down he goes. So the Majors strand 1, the single from Josh Williams. We're through 2.5 innings. 3-0 Baycats on Rogers TV and Baycats TV.
London in the third. No runs, 1.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats! VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand.
2 out, runners lead. There they go. Here's the pitch. This one rocked to right field.
Want to come to a Baycats game? Check out our tickets at barriebaycats.com.
Score at least 2. Tuck is in to score. Rio behind him.
BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the third inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's brought to you by Phatrim. Aluminum and siding, quality above all else.
Back to the top of the order for Kenise Ijo, Noel McGarry-Doyle, and Adam Odd. Our junior Baycat public address announcer here is Liam from Minisig. And he's going to announce the first at bat here in a second. I think we missed it. I think I was talking over him. First pitch is outside for a ball.
Today is actually Kenise Ijo's birthday, so very happy birthday to Kenise.
Let's see if he can pull off a big day at the plate here today. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out in his first at bat. 2-0 pitch. 87 fastball for a strike. The delivery, and it's lined to left center field. It's a base hit. It is going to go all the way towards the warning track. Picking it up is Starling Joseph, and in with a double is Kenise Ijo. All right, let's listen to Liam.
Here's the left fielder, number 95,
Noel McGarry-Doyle, the left fielder, to bat with a man on and nobody out here in the third inning.
That was a great hit by Ijo. That's exactly what you want at the beginning of the inning. Put pressure on the pitcher right away, put a runner on second base with nobody out. Makes the rest of the inning way tougher on the pitcher.
First pitch, in for a strike at 86. McGarry-Doyle scored the Baycats' first run on an RBI single by Ryan Rio in the bottom of the first inning. That one inside part of the plate as well. It's a strike, 0-2. Jordan Schulfand with the pitch. Wastes that one away. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
After a tough first inning, Schulfand is bouncing back a little bit. He had the strikeout to end the first, and another strikeout in the second inning. But like I said, that leadoff double is going to hurt him a bit throughout this inning.
Fouled off. And limping is McGarry-Doyle. He caught a piece of that one.
It looked like he was off the top of his foot, but looks like he's okay. He's going to step back in.
Second baseman shifted around to the right. Brett Graham. And McGarry-Doyle goes the other way. And it's the shortstop, Tommy Reyes-Cruz. 1 out for the Baycats here in the bottom of the third.
Here's the second baseman, number 26, Adam Odd.
Adam Odd to the plate now. Get a sacrifice fly to move Noel McGarry-Doyle up in the bottom of the first inning. Odds average has been in the mid to high 300s for the last few weeks, and a big swing and a miss on a fastball there, strike one. Schulfan getting awful close to 90 with that fastball. Here's the pitch. And it's called strike, 0-2.
Odd's really been able to make great contact over his last few games. Even in the first inning, he flew out to right, but was hitting the ball hard.
He's played a variety of defensive positions for manager Josh Matlow this season. In the lineup at second base today. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Odd thought it was inside. It definitely the inside part of the plate and a little bit high as well, but he gets rung up by home plate umpire Corey Dalton.
It was a well-placed fastball from Schulfan. Just got a piece of that inside part of the plate. Odd didn't like it, but...
Well, Odd was in pretty tight on the plate with his stance there as well. Keep that in mind, but he kind of jumped out of the way, made it look a little more inside, perhaps trying to sell that, but wasn't able to get the call. But a pitcher's strike zone here with Ryan Jackson on Thursday night, and that seems to be the case here today. This one down the line, it's a fair ball, and it's going to bring home the fourth run for Barrie. Ryan slipped a little bit around first, comes into second, he's safe. RBI double for Ryan Rio to bring home Kanisi Joe, and it's a 4-0 Baycat lead. Well, that's the first slip we've seen on the dirt this afternoon. Fortunately for Rio, it didn't slow him down too much, but still a closer play at second base than I think he initially thought it might be.
That ball was rocketed right down the line in right field, but it was caught off well from Byron Reichstein, the right fielder, and made that play closer than Rio might have anticipated.
Called strike to Malik Williams, who hit the 2-run home run to put Barrie on top 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Runner at second, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 0-2. Baycats, I think, getting the message here. Anything close, they need to be swinging. Williams waggles the bat. Here's the delivery. Checked his swing. No, he did not. Not sure if Corey Dalton called him on the swing or the pitch. Either way, Williams is out, and the Majors are off the field. We're through 3 here in Barrie, 4-0 Baycats. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated, and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
excellent junk removal services.
Fourth inning, and it's a 4-0 Baycat lead with Julius Hern. I'm Ben Davy, the London Majors and the Barrie Baycats for the 5th time this season. Frank Garces looking strong through 3. To lead it off, second baseman Drew Lawrence. And a foul ball, strike 1.
So I have to do it too. Do you really want
82 miles per hour.
We're big spenders out here.
Garces has only allowed 1 hit through the first 3 innings of the ball game.
Count 1-1.
I love coming to these games.
Breaking ball just missed, 2-1. Majors get 3 in a row at home following tomorrow's late afternoon game in Kitchener. That's a 5:15 start at Jack Coach Park. I don't know, is that an afternoon game or an evening game? 5:15? Guess that can go either way, but Kitchener with that unique Sunday start time. Only team in the league that does that. Welland does 6 o'clock games. Those are evening games. 5:15, I don't know. I think I'd call that a late afternoon, but
I'd call it an evening.
You would, eh?
Yeah, it's probably the earliest you could
very,
say.
Yeah, it's very, very early evening. It's a strike, 3-2.
Like our 4 o'clock start today, I would still say that's an afternoon start.
See, if it's a 5:15 game, you can't have dinner before the game. So you're looking at like 7:30 before you're eating at least. Here's one on the ground into right field, a base hit. Second hit of the game for London. 6 o'clock game, you can have dinner before the game. 5:15 though, I don't know.
Left fielder number 7, Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph. 4 at-bats, 4 strikeouts last night against Welland. He was on a tear though. Had an 11-game hitting streak come to an end last night. Team high 23 RBIs this season. First pitch from Garces. This is low. Count 1-0.
Starling Joseph, a former Texas Rangers prospect. Gone as high as low A, 2018 and 19.
Pitch on the way. Goes opposite way to right field. It's a base hit. It's fired in. And we got runners at first and third now. Nobody out.
Avery Tuck slipped out there a little bit in right field, but I'm not sure it affected the base runner, Drew Lawrence. Anyway, he was thinking third all the way as that ball was going the other way. Trainer's going to head out there and take a look at Avery Tuck.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't roll an ankle or something. It looked like that wet outfield grass gave him a little bit of a problem. First time we've seen anyone slip on the grass today. As mentioned, a lot of rain across the area earlier this morning, but it's been dry for the last few hours. And Tuck's going to stay in the game. So that's good news for the Baycats. And here's Eduardo De Olio with a chance to get London on the board here. 2 on, nobody out.
De Olio started off this season really hot, high power numbers, but he was released by the majors a month and a half or so into the season, but comes back to London again mid-season. He's still hitting the ball very well.
Frank Garces with a fresh baseball as he'll get set to face De Olio here. 2 on, nobody out. And we're ready. First pitch on the way. And it just missed inside, ball 1. So the majors at Jack Couch tomorrow, and then 3 home games in a row for London next week. Guelph, Toronto, and Brantford will all visit London next week. So they get a nice stretch at Labatt Park next week.
On Thursday against Guelph, we saw the Baycats pull off a delayed double steal with Carson Burns scoring from third I'd be curious to see if London's thinking about trying something like that in this situation with two speedy guys on the base pass.
Joseph is 7 for 7 in steal attempts. Wouldn't rule it out. He's got a big lead here. Does not go. The pitch hit on the ground. Double play ball. Burns to Odd. The throw to Williams. Just in time. Odd had to do a little bit of a skip on the relay from Burns, but he was able to do it. Nice clean transfer and the throw to Williams for the 4-6-3 double play. But Drew Lawrence comes home, and the Majors get on the board.
Looked like Adam Ott had a bit of a tough time making that turn at second base. He was standing a bit tall. It was a bit tight, but that's probably the reason that his throw lacked a bit of speed going across to first base. But they get the out anyway, and they concede a run to get the double play.
I think I said 4-6, 6-4. 3 on the double play, and 2 down now. Bases are clear. Majors get a run, and it's 4-1 Barrie. This is Tommy Reyes-Cruz, hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Hits this one pretty hard. Right field. A couple of steps over for Avery Tuck, who makes the catch. So London gets a run. Frank Garces gets the Baycats off the field with minimal damage. We're through 3.5. Baycats 4, Majors 1. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
Fourth inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium, and it's brought to you by Clarkson Bins and Junk Removal, the local source for simple, clean, and reliable disposal bin rental and junk removal services.
Bug spray was in high demand on Thursday night. It's the sunblock that's in high demand today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. After it rained pretty steady until 2 or 3 o'clock, the sun has been beaming brightly here over Midhurst. A few clouds in the sky as well, but umbrellas out for the reason we like here in Midhurst today. The Baycats come to the plate. This one hit on the ground. Handled easily by Tommy Reyes-Cruz. Makes the throw in time for the out. Cote is retired.
It might be worth mentioning, after that slip in right field in the last half inning, I saw Avery Tuck jogging but limping a little bit back to the clubhouse. He's due up 4th in this inning, so I'd be curious to see if he's able to get back to the dugout. Maybe Josh Mallow decides to pinch hit for him. It's something to watch out for.
Burns' first pitch swinging, and it's to left field, and the catch is made by Starling Joseph. 2 quick outs here for Jordan Schulfand in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Third baseman number 20, Victor Plaz.
Avery Tuck is coming on deck, so it looks like he'll be okay to hit should Victor Plaz get on here.
Plaz struck out in his lone plate appearance today. He'll bat with the bases empty and 2 out here in the 4th inning. First pitch, 87, and it's outside for a ball. 2-0, the count to Plaz. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. Plaz maybe a little bit fooled by that leg kick. That delayed delivery by Jordan Schulfand. We've seen it a few times. Two one. And the pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike to Victor Plaz. Here's the pitch. And Plaz swinging, lifts it high in the air. To the outfield, left side. Starling Joseph calls for it, makes the catch. Baycats go 3 up, 3 down for the 2nd time today. We're through 4. And it's a 4-1 Baycat lead here on Rogers TV and Baycats TV.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Welcome back to Vintage Throne Stadium. Julius Hern along with Ben Davy. 4-1 Baycats heading into the top of the 5th inning. Frank Garces back on the mound for his 5th inning. Cleveland Brownlee, Austin Wilkie, Josh Williams due up here for the majors in the 5th inning. Brownlee grounded into a double play to end the 2nd inning. First pitch swinging, and he gets it into the left center field gap. McGarry Doyle cuts it off. It's a leadoff single for Cleveland Brownlee.
Back-to-back innings now that the majors have got the leadoff man aboard. Frank Garces has been pretty solid out there on the mound as this game reaches exactly the 1-hour mark. And we're in the top of the 5th inning. So pretty good pace to this game from both Schulfand and Garces. Garces with just 43 pitches coming into this 5th inning.
One thing that Garces has been able to do pretty well throughout this season is work well with runners on, especially if he allows the leadoff batter on. He's been able to get out of jams pretty well. That one's lined to second, caught by Adam on, but Brownlee is going to get back to first safely.
Well, Brownlee actually bluffed a steal on that pitch, which surprised me. Cleveland Brownlee, not exactly the the lightning fast base stealer around the IBL, but he took a couple of steps extra on that leadoff and had to go back quickly when that line drive was caught.
A hard hit ball by Austin Wilkie there, but that's the first out of the inning. As Josh Williams steps in, he had a single in his first at-bat in the third inning. First pitch from Garces in there for strike one.
I asked Cleveland Brownlee, where do you guys like to eat after the game? Usually these teams stop somewhere for food on the way home, and Cleveland Brownlee tells me these guys love Chick-fil-A. They are all about the Chick-fil-A, and we got one in Barrie now at the Georgian Mall. So FYI, if you want to see the London Majors, that might be a good place to stop after the ball game.
I might be on my way there after the game tonight. We'll see. 0-2 now to Josh Williams.
Well, we try to let you know where you can find the players. That's all about fan access, right?
Fouled off towards the Baycats dugout. I saw Brownlee bluff another steal attempt there on that pitch.
See, now we mentioned that, and watch they end up going to McDonald's or Harvey's or something else, right? You can't eat at the same place all the time.
One out, 0-2 to Josh Williams. Let's use that one high for the first ball.
Anytime you can keep that pitch count at about 10 per inning, you're doing pretty good, and Frank Garces was just over that through 4 coming into this 5th inning. Another quality start for the Dominican left-hander.
Just outside on Williams, now evens up the count at 2-2.
Went down to the off speed on that one, 70 miles per hour.
I believe in the majors, the average amount of pitches per inning is right around 16. So if you can hover around there, you're doing pretty well.
10 to 15 is pretty good. Anything less than that, and you're probably looking at a no-hitter or a perfect game.
Swing and a miss by Williams. That's the second out of the inning.
Great pitching by Frank Garces. Comes right back with a fastball. 84. Williams couldn't catch up to it.
Brett Graham coming up now. He struck out in the third inning. Garces now at 3 strikeouts for the game today. First pitch to Graham. Fouls it off behind the screen out of play.
Last night against Welland, tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 10th. It was Graham who scored the winning run. Kind of a weird play. He came in on an error by Welland first baseman McCoy Pierce, who dropped a throw on a bunt by Daniel Battelle. Battelle laid down a nice bunt, just trying to advance the runner, and first baseman dropped the ball.
Jam shot out there to Carson Burns. He makes the easy catch to end the inning. Relatively easy inning for Frank Garces. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 Baycats. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and that's
and the score is James Henderson, and the Baycats win.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer!
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
4-1 Baycats as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's brought to you by Ital Paving. For all your residential, commercial, and industrial paving needs, providing quality service for almost 40 years because you do the best. You deserve the best. Avery Tuck will lead off. Bottom of the 5th here for the Baycats. Tuck, then Kenise Ejo, and Noel McGarry Doyle. 9-1-2 to start off this 5th inning. Tuck grounded out to second his first time up in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
Schulfan's next pitch will be his 60th, and he has settled down quite nicely after that 3-run first inning. Baycats got one in the 3rd, but he's retired 4 in a row now, and 6 of his last 7.
Tuck sees that one on the outside corner, now down 0-2.
Ironically, this is very similar to what we saw from Juan Benitez here on Thursday night. In fact, it was identical. A 3-run first. I think there was 1 run in the 3rd. Actually, Benitez had a 2-run second as well in the middle of that, but saved his best innings for the middle innings. And Schulfan looking pretty good here after a little bit of damage early on in this game.
We've noticed Schulfan mixing up his delivery a little bit, especially with no runners on base. That one high and away, and now 2-2. To Avery Tuck. Jams that one out to third base, but an easy catch there for Drew Lawrence. That's the first out of the inning.
Well, here comes the birthday boy, and he doubled and scored in the 3rd inning. Fans gave him a nice round of applause when it was announced that it was his birthday on the public address mic here, and he's looking pretty good in that leadoff spot for the Baycats. Noel McGarry Doyle has been a good leadoff hitter for Barrie as well, but Josh Matlow putting Kenise in the number 1 spot, and he has been pretty good since.
Sees that first pitch in there for a strike. He's been getting on base at a great clip since joining this team. Definitely deserving of that leadoff spot.
Well, he seems to find a way to score, and McGarry Doyle's got a good bat as well, so it's a nice luxury to have that in your number 2 spot.
Well, he's down 0-2 right here, and we saw it on Thursday night. He was able to battle back from a couple 0-2 counts and even worked himself a walk late in that ball game. A little nubber out to the pitcher. Easy play there for Schulfan. That's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I think Ejo kind of second-guessed himself on that check swing, ended up making contact, but very weak contact and not in a good spot either. 2 outs now for McGarry Doyle.
Well, Schulfan's been pitching the Baycats a little bit more outside throughout the course of this ball game. We've seen it a bit, especially in that Avery Tuck last at bat. A lot of outside pitches that have been catching the zone, and the Baycats can't really be taking any chances. First pitch to McGarry Doyle's fouled off out of play. Schulfan might have called time there. I think he wants a new baseball.
A couple other games around the circuit today. Hamilton is in Guelph to play the Royals at 7:30. Before that, we have Toronto at Welland. 6:05 start there today.
Low and in for ball 1. That one catches the top of the zone. 1-2 now on McGarry Doyle. Adam Odds on deck should McGarry Doyle reach. That one inside, pretty close to hitting McGarry Doyle, but turns out of the way. Now 2-2.
Schulfan really stretching out the delay with a leg kick on that last pitch.
On the ground into right field for a base hit.
Whenever Schulfan does that delay with the leg kick on the delivery. It seems like the very next one, he goes to the complete opposite extreme and comes to the plate quickly with that short, compact delivery. Hardly any leg kick at all, and he doesn't waste any time. And that seems to be a strategy that he's using to try to catch some of these hitters off balance. Didn't work on that one, as McGarry Doyle stayed with it, made good contact, and is able to keep this inning alive.
Anything you can do to be as deceptive as possible. And that's the second hit of the game for McGarry Doyle. He stole a base in the first inning. Let's see if he's thinking about the same thing here. First pitch to odds up for ball one.
Adam Odd with almost a Jim Thome-like stance. You'll notice once he settles into the box here, the way he kind of holds that bat as he looks in at the pitcher. See the way he holds that out like that with the lead hand. Not quite as pronounced as Jim Thome used to do, but.
On the ground the other way, and that one's through for another base hit. McGarry Doyle thought about third, but holds up at second base. Now 2 on with 2 out. Ryan Rio coming up.
Yeah, very smart move by McGarry Doyle. I know he wanted third, but you got a pretty good arm out there in Starling Joseph. Don't want to test that, especially from the left side of the outfield. Better to keep the inning alive here, especially with 2 out. And you got Ryan Rio coming to the plate, who is one of the Baycats' most dangerous hitters with men on base.
That was great contact from Adam Ogg going the other way, and we're going to get a mound visit here from London Majors coaching staff.
Oh yeah, it's got to hit a stanchion out there and bounce away from everybody.
Roop Chanderdat, of course, involved in one of the more controversial outcomes that we've seen in an IBL game lately. The last time the London Majors were here, Roop tried to make a pitching change when his reliever had only faced 2 batters. And the umpire got together and the crew said, you can't do that. It's the same rule in the major league level here in the IBL. That was the decision made that day. And Roop had to leave his pitcher in for a third batter, and the Baycats ended up walking it off.
And we later found out that there is no 3-batter minimum rule in the IBL, so.
Well, the umpires that day said it did. And it's not up to us to interpret the rule book, but we could just tell you that's what happened on that particular day. Roop was not happy about it, but by the time I guess he decided to do anything about it, the game was over, and it was too late for him to declare a protest, which I guess would have been an option for him. Rio not happy with that call.
Yeah, Ryan Rio quickly down 0-2 here. Crucial at bat here with the Baycats with 2 on. Trying to add as much insurance as they can in the 3-run lead. No 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Rio down swinging. And the Baycats strand 2. They keep a 4-1 lead. We're headed to the 6th inning. 4-1 Baycats. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and
and the score is James Anderson, and the Baycats win.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
from Barber Lounge.
Welcome back, Vintage Throne Stadium. 4-1 Baycats head to the top of the 6th inning. I'm Julius Hern along with Ben Davy. Top of the order coming up here for the London Majors. Byron Reichstein will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. Baycats squandered an opportunity in the bottom of the 5th. Stranded 2 runners on base. First pitch to Reichstein, he fouls it off to the screen.
Just to finish the story with the London Majors here in their last visit a couple of weeks ago, and that bases-loaded walk-off walk, which Barrie won. And Rup Chandrat tried to make a pitching change after his reliever had only faced 2 batters.
Fouled off on the right side.
Rup went straight to the umpire's room, and I watched the umpires come out, and I'm assuming it was the crew chief that day, came out and brought the rule book and pointed to the paragraph and showed Rup Chandrat where he alleged that three batter minimum rule does in fact exist in the IBL. That was the claim that was made that afternoon. And there's been a lot of discussion since about whether or not that is the case, but I asked Rup afterwards what he was going to do about it, and he said, well, there's not much we can do here at this point. If he was going to declare a protest, he would have had to have done it before the next batter after he was declined the ability to make that pitching change.
Swing and a miss. Reichstein goes down. That's a quick first out of the inning.
So I guess when he was told that he couldn't make the pitching change if he had have declared a protest at that moment, perhaps the league would review the outcome of the game, and they might need to reschedule the finish of that game at some point. It could have been today, for instance. Bring everybody back out on the field and complete the game from that point if the league ruled that the umpires made a mistake. But
first pitch up for a ball, and that, very tough situation for the Majors in that game. That was a very tight situation, bases loaded in a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. That one fouled off out of play, 1-1.
But we've called lots of games and have never seen that enforced, in our games at least, until that day. So,
well, even talking to some of the Baycats players after the game, their previous game to that was in Toronto, and the Maple Leafs pulled a pitcher having only faced 1 batter, and that was, there was no controversy in that decision. So,
well, left a lot of people wondering, maybe it is in the rule book and the umps are just giving grace and not enforcing it, or maybe it's not there at all. And that seems to be the consensus, that it's not in the IBL rule book.
1-2 here to Drew Lawrence.
A little confusing because Major League Baseball has made a number of significant changes to the game over the last couple of years. Some have been adopted by the IBL, but not all. For instance, there's no rule against pickoff attempts.
Fouled off to the screen.
However, the phantom runner in the 2nd inning was adopted by the IBL, so it's been a little bit of a learning curve here for people to try to figure out what rule changes have been carried on and what ones have been left behind.
One-two pitch to Drew Lawrence. Swings and that one's down the right field line, but foul. Lawrence singled his last time up and scored on the ground ball double play from Diolio. Garces from the windup. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Lawrence. Wasn't hit overly too hard, but gets through the infield, and the Majors have a base runner here with 1 out.
Left fielder number 7, Starling Joseph.
5th hit of the game for the Majors, and they have had base runners every inning except the first off Frank Garces, but have been, for the most part, unsuccessful getting those runners over and in today. Garces has pitched very well with runners aboard.
Huge strength of Garces is being able to limit the damage where danger can come with runners on.
Had a double play to get out of the 4th inning jam where the Majors had 2 on. That was the 1 inning where they were able to score.
Also that double play in the 2nd inning off a ground ball from Cleveland Brownlee.
Yeah, that was a nice ground ball to bail out Victor Plaz, who was the victim of a tricky short hop, charged an error officially on that to give the Majors their first base runner of the afternoon.
And that double play in particular in the second inning, a very nice defensive play from Garces, snagging that ball on a one hop. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off on the right side out of play.
Mentioned Starling Joseph's 11-game hit streak, which was snapped yesterday against the Welland Jackfish, a 4-strikeout night, but Joseph is such a resilient player, wouldn't put it past him at all to start another streak today. Singled in the 4th inning. One of the more consistent players in the league. Very, very rarely see him go into a prolonged slump.
Fans cheering on Garces here. 2 strikes on Joseph. Flies that one into center field. Canisijo has a beat on it. And he'll make the catch. 2 down. Eduardo Diolio will come up here with 2 outs and a runner on for the London Majors.
This is a big game for London. They're coming off that thrilling 4-3 win at home last night against the first place Welland Jackfish. Anytime you can knock off the top team in the standings, that's got to be a nice morale boost. And snap their own 6-game losing skid. So not only did they snap Welland's skid at 10 in a row, they got out of their own funk with that win.
Fouled off out of play. And the Majors had high expectations, two-time defending IBL champs. I don't think anybody expected them to struggle as much as they have this year.
Yeah, they're really hoping that win last night could kind of serve as a turning point for this club. They're heading into the final 15 games of the regular season, and this is really the time that you want to build some momentum. Regular season really doesn't mean a whole lot. Once you get to the playoffs, new opponent, new series, a lot of roster moves are made as well. You got players leaving to go to colleges, and anything can happen once you hit that first round of the playoffs. So the Majors aren't going to let that shake their confidence at all when they look at where they are in the standings today.
Diolio down 0-2 with 2 out. The fans trying to push Garces to end this inning here. The 0-2 pitch fouled off towards the Majors dugout.
Majors won Game 6 last year at Christie Pitts in Toronto to clinch the finals. And the year before that, 2021, a pandemic-shortened season, they won a best-of-5 final over Toronto, and they clinched that one at home.
Another 0-2 pitch to Diolio. Runner goes. That one's flown into left field and deep. Heading back on it is McGarry Doyle at the warning track, and it's gone. Eduardo Diolio with a 2-run home run. And the Majors are back in this game, now only down 1, 4-3 Baycats.
Nice hitting by Diolio. Down in the count, got a hold of that one and sent it a long way. And London right back in this game now, trailing by a run, as the Majors come out of the dugout to congratulate them.
Really looked like McGarry Doyle had a beat on that ball, but just getting over the fence. Ball carried just a bit too far out of the grasp of McGarry Doyle, and it's now a 4-3 game. That one's lined into left field. McGarry Doyle running back on it. It's over his head and off the fence. Tommy Reyes-Cruz going to stroll on the second with a double.
Well, the wind has picked up. I was actually just about to mention that, and you see the flags now blowing. It's a pretty stiff breeze just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and Noel McGarry Doyle not quite as far over to his right or left as he should have been on that fly ball. And the inning continues. Nice piece of hitting by Tommy Reyes-Cruz.
Not to mention Diolio being able to fight off that 0-2 count with multiple foul balls and find the one he likes. Now Cleveland Brownlee will step in with 2 out. He singled his last time up in the 5th.
Designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Well, these are the situations Brownlee loves. Close game, and especially a potential big inning here for the London Majors.
Always been a very good hitter with runners in scoring position throughout his IBL career. situations like this, you gotta just worry about getting on base and finding a single to score your run. As that one's popped up, Cote trying to find it, and he makes the catch as Malik Williams almost came in from underneath him. That'll end the inning. Brownlee pops out, but the Majors on a huge 2-run home run from Eduardo Diolio, clawing back in this game. It's 4-3 Baycats. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer!
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Bottom of the 6th inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's a 4-3 game. Baycats over the Majors. This 6th inning brought to you by Vintage Throne Barber Lounge. Experience the tradition of quality service in a relaxed environment. Redefining gentlemen in the heart of Barrie.
Well, that pop-up that ended the top of the 6th inning could have been trouble. A nice catch by Josh Cote, who did not see that ball off the bat right away. It took him a few seconds to get turned around, get in the right position. It was on the infield in fair territory, so somebody was going to have to make that catch. Unfortunately for Josh, he was able to do so and end that inning.
First pitch to Malik Williams is popped up. Right side, it's just going to get out of play.
I actually thought for a moment that Frank Garces may need to make that catch. If Cote wasn't able to see it, Garces was the next closest person, and you don't really want your pitcher to have to catch a pop-up in play in that position. Usually it's the last resort.
Yeah, Malik Williams was charging in as well. He's up right now facing an 0-1 count. He gets that one through the left side for a leadoff base hit. That's his second hit of the ball game.
Catcher number 5, Josh Cote.
Josh Cote steps in. He's 0-for-2 so far. A strong rookie campaign here in his first IBL season. Played a little bit last year, but really getting the bulk of the starts at catcher this year, and he's proved to be a great addition to this ball club. Lots of power, and has managed the pitching staff very well. Fouls that one to the screen.
I almost forgot Cote played here last year because he saw such limited action. Got here for just 6 games, hit 125, but boy, really proving what he can do this season, not only at the plate, but behind the plate in a defensive position. Looking like anything but a rookie in this Baycat lineup this season.
The 0-1 pitch popped up, and that's going to get out of play foul. 0-2 now. That run support in the last half an inning on that 2-run home run. I'm sure it's a huge boost of confidence for Jordan Schulefeld. Still down 1, but the more run support, the more confidence you're going to get throughout the ball game.
Yeah, he's kept the Baycats off the board since that 3rd inning.
That one called third strike from Josh Cote. That's the first out of the inning. Dropped by Diolio with the runner on first. out there from Josh Cote. And now Carson Burns will step in.
That ball popped out of the glove of catcher Eduardo De Olio, and I'm not sure whether he was thinking about making a quick throw to first to try to nab Williams. Williams was not about to be off with that pitch, but
first pitch to Burns is low for ball one. And
fortunately for De Olio, that ball didn't get too far away from him. Williams was ready to go if it did.
Malik Williams has been getting great secondary leads. That one low again, now 2-0. Burns 0 for 2, popped out in the second, flew out to left in the fourth inning. There's a pop-up on the infield, looks like it's playable. Josh Williams, the first baseman, charging in, and he'll make the catch in fair territory for the second out. Now Malik Williams, notice no one's on second base covering, and he'll tag up and head to second. A great heads-up play by Malik Williams.
That is the kind of baseball I absolutely love to see, and the fans appreciate that as well. That should not have happened. The entire infield was in for that pop-up. Nobody was covering the bag. Runner at first base. Williams said, hey, why not? He didn't even have to run very hard. No chance to get him with nobody there.
Extremely smart move from Williams there, noticing the entire infield converging, leaving second base wide open.
And those kinds of things drive a manager absolutely nuts as I look at Roop Chandradat now in front of the London dugout, just sort of pacing back and forth on the dirt. He knows this is a one-run game. Mistakes like that can be costly. And that's an extra 90 feet of real estate that his defense shouldn't have given up.
That's going to put a runner in scoring position on now with 2 out. Victor Plaza up. He sees the first pitch low and away for ball 1.
Give Williams a lot of credit, too. I mean, the base was there for the taking, and his instincts told him, hey, there's absolutely nobody there. If they're going to give it to you, take it.
That one flown on the right side, and it's going to get out of play on the right side foul. Now, in those kinds of plays, the infield is not expecting a runner to tag up at all, so it's not even in their minds that that's a possibility. So even catching them off guard that way, fantastic play.
Well, with a pop-up on the right side of the infield, you'd think in most cases it might be the third baseman that would come over and cover second. You got the first baseman, second baseman, and pitcher all coming in. Ball's on the right side. Somebody's got to cover that bag.
Another outside pitch, and it's 2-1. Yeah, you don't want the entire infield converging on that play because even with no runners on, you're crowding up the area for the catch to be made in the first place. It's making it harder on your teammates and defense around you. 2-1 pitch. Outside and high. Now 3-1 on Victor Plaz. Time called by Plaz here. Resets in the box. Awaiting a 3-1 pitch from Schulafin. That one's low and away. And a 2-out walk for Victor Plaz.
And here comes Roop, and we'll see if he takes the ball from Jordan Schulafin, who's had an outstanding game, got through to the third inning. Not sure if we've got anybody ready to go in the London bullpen right now. Maybe Roop's just out there to settle him down a little bit and help him get out of this jam.
This could be a situation where he's telling his pitcher, this is your last at-bat, whether you can get out of the inning or not.
Alex Springer has the jacket off. I don't really see anybody throwing down there at the moment, but it looks like it's about that time that they want to start getting some arms ready.
Here comes the right fielder, number 17, Avery Tuck.
Avery Tuck will step in. He's 0 for 2. They had a fantastic game last night in Brantford. Couple doubles, couple RBI. He was our player of the game. And a huge 14-1 win. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss on by Tuck. Evens up the count. One pitch, and it hits him. Avery Tuck hit on the backside, and that'll load the bases.
That was 89 miles per hour right in his right thigh. Hopefully for Avery, that hit a pretty meaty part of the leg. It looks like it probably did, but Tuck's already dealing with a situation earlier in the game where he kind of looked like he might have twisted a knee or an ankle on the wet grass of the outfield, so he's going to be a little banged and sore after this game tonight.
The base is loaded now with 2 out. Alex Springer is warming in the London bullpen, so this might be the last straw here for Jordan Schulafin. Rube Chanderdad hoping he can get out of this inning. Top of the order, Kenise Ejo up with 2 out and the base is loaded. He pops that one up on the infield. It's going to be Josh Williams taking the pop-up, making the catch, and ending the inning. The Baycats strand the bases loaded, but they maintain a 4-3 lead after 6. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats! VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand.
2 out, runners lead. There they go. Here's the pitch. This one rocked to right field.
Want to come to a Baycats game? Check out our tickets at barriebaycats.com.
Score at least 2. Tuck is in to score. Rio behind him.
BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
To the 7th inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. Ben Davy, Julius Hern, and our entire Baycats TV crew, thanking you for joining us on Baycats TV. We welcome London viewers as well, picking up the broadcast in London on YouTube, and of course our viewers on Rogers TV here in Barrie and across Simcoe County. It's a 4-3 Baycats lead, and what a bottom of the 6th for Jordan Schulfand and the Majors, able to get out of a bases-loaded jam. Baycats had an opportunity to regain the lead and were unable to do so. A pop-up off the bat of Kenise Ejo ending that threat. Due up for the Majors here in the 7th, Austin Wilkie, Josh Williams, and Brett Graham is the bottom third of the order. You look at that bottom of the 6th inning, they had the bases loaded, had a pitcher out there who was starting to have some control problems, issued a walk, then hit Tuck the very next batter. Defensive miscue gave Malik Williams an extra 90 feet on the bases. and they were still able to get out of that. This one on the ground to left field for a base hit. Majors get the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, the Baycats stranding
First baseman number 8.
5 runners over the last 2 innings, 2 in the 5th, and then leaving the bases loaded in the 6th.
And if you're Barrie, really the table was set there for you to at least cash in and tie, if not take the lead. And they were unable to do so. So we'll look back and see if that proves costly as this game hits the final 3 frames.
And more pop-ups than usual through this game. So they were getting under the ball off of Schulefeld over the last few innings especially.
Runner goes. Hit and run is on and it's fouled away. Josh Williams today 1 for 2. Still nobody actually warming up in the London bullpen, so we'll see if Schulefeld is due back out there for the 7th. We do see bodies down there and a lot of movement, but nobody warming up.
I saw Alex Springer out there warming up, but this could be a case where he's already ready to go.
Maybe he is ready. If so, it didn't take him long. 1-1 is the count to Williams. These teams meet again on Friday, August 18th in London. That's the final regular season matchup for these clubs. Baycats up 3-1 in the season series so far. Pitch from Garces, runner goes. It's on the ground to second. Odd looks over, has no chance, makes the play at first. And a good job by the Majors to stay out of the double play.
I'd like to make a correction. Early in the ballgame, I said it was the first appearance of the season for Schulefeld. It was his first appearance as a London Major. Previously had 4 appearances with the Hamilton Cardinals this season. He had a 1-0 record in 4 appearances, 17 1/3 innings pitched with the Cardinals.
So here's Brett Graham with a man in scoring position and 1 out. Rup Chanderdat shouting some instructions to the base runner, Austin Wilkie, at second base. Graham today 0 for 2. Another pop-up. You're right, we have seen a lot of them today. Cote calling for it. He's got it right in front of the plate. And there's 2 out in the inning. Both Garces and Schulefeld obviously working high in the zone to draw so many pop-ups today.
Right fielder number 22, Byron Reichstein.
So we're back to the top of the order for Byron Reichstein. Seven home runs to lead London. We talked about birthdays. He turns 30 on Thursday. That's a big one, so a happy birthday in advance to Byron. Fouled off to the left side. 11th IBL season. He has been around a long time, hitting .355 to lead the majors this year. .411 in 28 games in 2021. That was his best year. Of course, that was a pandemic-shortened season, but still a pretty good accomplishment, cracking the 400 mark in 28 games. Another pop-up. Second baseman Adam Odd to his right makes the catch. That'll do it for London. So the single by Austin Wilkie gets no further than second base. 7th inning stretch time. Baycats up by a score of 4-3 here on Rogers TV.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
Coming back from the 7th inning stretch at Vintage Throne Stadium, 4-3 Baycats. This 7th inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Here comes McGarry Doyle, followed by Odd and Rio, 2-3-4 for the Baycats here in the 7th inning.
Jordan Schulfen coming back out for this 7th inning. He's already at 94 pitches through 6 innings.
We'll see how far over the 100 mark he gets today, but Luke Chanderdat getting his money's worth out of the right-hander in his London Majors debut. Now, if he can settle in as a number 2 behind Owen Boone, that would certainly bolster this starting staff of the Majors. As we mentioned, they've kind of struggled to find some depth in their rotation this year. This one hit to left field, pretty deep. It's up, and it is out of here. A solo home run for Noel McGarry Doyle. Barrie back on top by 2.
That was a great piece of hitting from McGarry Doyle, just slapping it out there the other way.
Ryan Rio puts a belt on McGarry Doyle. I wonder if this is a new thing. That's the first I've noticed that. The Baycats apparently have a home run belt, and McGarry Doyle will hoist it over his head as he heads into the dugout. Have you noticed that before?
No, I've never seen that, but I love the home run celebrations.
These guys love wrestling, mixed martial arts. Anything that happens in a ring, these guys seem to love. And Rio with it looked like a WWE belt.
Yes, it was.
I don't watch a lot of wrestling, but I recognize the logo. And as soon as Gary Doyle crossed home plate, Rio was right there to put it on him. So that's kind of a fun tradition. If that's a thing now, we'll have to keep an eye open for that. A lot of teams have a jacket or a hat or something like that that they use for home run celebrations. Chains, we've seen as well. A shopping cart with the Milwaukee Brewers were doing that.
Yeah, Red Sox too with the laundry cart through the dugout.
Oh, it was the Red Sox, the laundry cart, yeah. What were the Brewers using? I remember they had something really funny.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Can't remember either. Adam Odd lines that one over the first baseman into right field. He's thinking 2. Ball picked up and fired in. It's a stand-up double for Adam Odd.
Adam Odd hit that one right down the line. It looked like it was just slowed up before it got into the corner. He might have been thinking 3, but Byron Reichstein has a fantastic arm out there in right field, and probably a wise decision there for Odd to hold up at second.
Well, here comes Majors manager Roop Chanderdat. And he'll take the ball from Jordan Schulafan. So his day comes to an end at around the 100 pitch mark. And the Majors will go to the bullpen with 1 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV. New pitcher for the London Majors, Alex Springer, the left-hander, will come on in relief of Jordan Schulafan.
This will be Alex Springer's 4th appearance on the season. He sports a 1-0 record with a 5.62 ERA, 1 save on the year in 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, no walks allowed. Probably a wise decision here from Rup Chandradat to put in the lefty to face Ryan Rio, a power left-handed bat, with a runner in scoring position.
A lot of pitchers have warm-up music. I suggested the Jerry Springer theme show song for Alex Springer, perhaps. No? Probably no relation. Rio shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's a strike. Rio thought that was up in the zone. Runner on, nobody out. Pitch on the way from Springer. And it's a foul off to the left side. Alex Springer worked 7 relief appearances last season for the Majors, 8 innings of work, an 0-1 record and a 6.75 ERA. Lefty facing lefty. Runner at second is Odd. Pitch outside. 82 on that one.
Springer's last appearance came on the 25th of July at home against Hamilton. Pitched 1 inning, he allowed 5 earned runs. Faced 9 batters.
Here's the pitch. Bounces up to the plate. Runner stays put. Fans getting into the organ music here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Team up by 2. Looking for some insurance here in the 7th. Springer checks the runner, the leg kick, the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 76. As Springer goes off speed and Rio is ahead of it.
The first baseman, number 29.
You and I were talking off mic about ballpark organ music and how much both of us enjoy it. That's kind of a more old school traditional sound of the ballpark. Not every team has an organist. We have pre-recorded organ music here, of course, at Vintage Throne Stadium, but still adds a lot to the vibe and the ambience of the ballpark. And some major league teams have a live organist. Not many, though, but the ones that do sound really good.
Yeah, it just seems like a really classy thing to do. I love how creative they are.
Down the third baseline foul. Well, that's the fun thing. When your ballpark organist starts having a little bit of fun with the names of players and playing certain songs that are appropriate to certain situations. And there have been quite a few around Major League Baseball over the years that have done so well. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitch on the way. 83 on that fastball, and it misses 1-1. Brett Graham playing a little cat and mouse with base runner Adam Odd. And now time is called as Springer will step off. It's an important base runner out there in a 2-run lead.
And this is exactly a situation that the Baycats want Malik Williams up in. He homered in the first inning and had a single to lead off the 6th.
He has been huge in clutch situations since rejoining the Baycats mid-season. 1-1 pitch, low, and the count 2-1. 5 runs, 10 hits for Barrie. 3 runs, 8 hits for London. Springer is set. Here's the pitch. And it's low again, 3-1. This game about to hit the 2-hour mark, but this 7th inning has really slowed down, especially since Alex Springer has come out. He is in no hurry out there on the mound. Pulls the ball high as he checks the runner. 3-1 pitch. And they appeal, and checking his swing is Williams. And he will go to first on the walk.
Williams is rung up on a close check swing call when he struck out in the 3rd inning, so making sure he was showing that he was able to check his swing there much easier, making his decision quicker than he usually would.
The wind has really picked up now, and it's blowing in from right to left. We had almost no wind at game time. But the wind, while pleasant and enjoyable for the fans here in this summer heat, is certainly reaching a point now where it could start to affect some fly balls. Springer checks the runner. First pitch. And he just missed on that breaking ball. 1-0.
I think Cote might be glad to see a new pitcher on the mound. He struck out twice against Schulefeld. 0 for 3 on the game.
Cote lifts it to left field. That should stay in the park. Running over to his right is Starling Joseph. You saw the way the wind got a hold of that too. That ball would have been a lot more straight away left field if it weren't for that breeze out there.
Yeah, we saw it slice a bit into foul territory as Joseph was catching it as he crossed the left field line.
Fortunately, it held up long enough for him. And Burns will bat now with 2 out in the inning. This inning started with a home run by Noel McGarry-Doyle. Adam Odd followed with a double. A walk to Williams, so 2 on, 2 out, and Burns will bat now. Jordan Schulefeld had really good success against the bottom 4 in the Baycat order today. Cote, Burns, Plaz, and Tuck were a combined 2 for 12. Schulefeld was 10 out of 12 in those at-bats. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Because Plaz reached on a walk and Tuck reached on it as a hit batter. So no hits, 2 base runners, no hits for the Baycats in the bottom 4 of the lineup off of Schulefeld today. Burns hits this one to the gap, and it will drop all the way to the wall. That'll bring in 1. They're going to hold Williams at third. The fans a little disappointed that they didn't send him, but every base runner important. 2 outs in this inning. They didn't want to take any chances. Williams got the stop sign. Big RBI for Carson Burns. He goes to second. 2 on with 2 out. And Odd scoring to make it a 6-3 ball game.
Majors outfield is very strong defensively, so probably a wise move to hold up Williams despite his good speed.
Williams runs fast for a big man. It would have been interesting.
I don't want to take any chances here with 2 out. Late in this ball game, every base runner counts. Especially with 2 out.
The wisdom of Andrew White, third base coach for the Baycats. 2 in scoring position for Plaz. Just keep the inning going. It's an RBI opportunity for the Baycat third baseman here, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. 6-3 Baycats. Springer's pitch. Low and away, 1-1. It's been a long time in the dugout for Frank Garces, so we'll see if his afternoon has come to an end. A strong outing for him. Swing and a miss by Plaz.
I saw Brad Grieveson warming up earlier. Now Brandon Hillier's up in the Baycats bullpen.
Hillier has 2 saves for the Baycats this season. One and 2. Swing and a miss. Tag is applied. And Plaz goes down swinging to end the 7th inning. So the Baycats are able to tack on 2. And they turn a 4-3 lead into a 6-3 lead after 7 innings of play. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics, custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
So much for celebrating your birthday.
Eighth inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. Frank Garces has retired 4 of his last 5, and he'll come back out on the mound after a long rest in the Baycat dugout. He will face Drew Lawrence to lead off this top of the 8th inning.
Barrie, Airland, and Sea Vacations. Leading off the 8th inning for the Majors. Third baseman
I want to wish a happy birthday to Guy Desjardins. Young Ashton from Aurora was up here to mention that it is his 70th birthday today. So if you know Guy, be sure to wish him a happy birthday this weekend.
Lawrence. With Frank Garces out here for the 8th inning. I saw Christian Mullen warming up in the bullpen. He hasn't pitched since he injured himself earlier in the year during an appearance.
Yeah, Mullen injured himself in the top of the 1st inning of a game here in Barrie. And I believe Evan Souls had to come on in relief, take the ball, and went pretty deep into the ball game.
Yeah, that was that fantastic outing from Evan Souls. He went the rest of the way.
Not sure how many pitches Mullen threw. It was about 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something just didn't go right, and ended up with an injury that had him sidelined for most of the season up until now. So it's good to see him back in uniform and throwing in the bullpen. We'll see if we see him on the mound here today. Lawrence fights that one off and pops it up to the right side. Malik Williams with the catch. Starling Joseph is 1 for 3 today.
Starling Joseph.
Majors looking for their 10th win of the season. Who would have thought they would be in single-digit win territory at the end of July, but such is the case. 9-18 this season. 15 games left to play. Stuck in 7th place right now, just ahead of Brantford. It has not been a good season for the Majors thus far. 13 games behind the first place well in Jackfish. So a pennant won't be happening this season, but as we said, anything is possible in the playoffs. These guys have been on the big stage before, and the goal now is just simply finish strong and get hot when it matters most. Foul back by Joseph, 0-2. And we mentioned that nobody in the IBL is taking the London Majors lightly. They've been facing regularly the ace of their opponent's pitching staff.
Well, they're a great club with a lot of talent.
Down on strikes goes Joseph. 2 away.
Like you said, other clubs can't be taking the Majors lightly. They're 2-time defending champs. And despite their record, they still
number 26
can perform very well on any circumstances.
Eduardo De Olio to the plate with 2 out. Frank Garces looking strong here in this 8th inning.
De Olio 1 for 3, but had that massive 2-run home run in the 6th inning.
Pop foul right side. London's clinching last year, by the way, in case you missed it. Majors fans certainly saw it, but one of the most thrilling finishes to a playoff game I've ever seen in the IBL. The Maple Leafs, in an elimination situation, led the game 7-2. Going into the 8th inning, London scored a run in the 8th and then 5 in the 9th to win the game 8-7. They didn't have to win that game. They could have took it to game 7 in London, but were able to get the job done at Christie Pitts thanks to a 5-run 9th inning against the Maple Leafs last year. And that is how the 2022 playoffs ended. Big night and a big celebration at Christie Pitts for the Majors, celebrating their second championship in 2 years. Foul to the left, and it's 2-2. DeOlio with a big home run in the 6th, the 2-run bomb. You get London back in this game. They still trail by 3, though. Frank Garces tries to get out of this 8th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Garces. Outside, 1-2. Garces has not lost much velo, 86 on that one. He's been mid to high 80s consistently all game. 3-2 pitch. Popped in the air to the gap, and that is gonna be a nice effort by Tuck. He could not come up with the catch. It gets by him. There to back him up is Canisijo. Nice effort by Avery Tuck. But it's a 2-base hit for Eduardo DeOlio to prolong the 8th inning.
Not sure if Tuck read that as well as he probably should have off the bat. Like, he had the direction right, but I don't think he realized how deep that ball was going to get in the gap. But nonetheless, a valiant effort.
Tying run is now on deck. Tommy Reyes crews at the plate. Cleveland Brownlee hopeful for an at-bat to follow. First base runner that Garces has allowed since Austin Wilkie's single to lead off the 7th. Pitch on the way. Called strike. A reminder that we're back here tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m., a rematch against the Guelph Royals. On the ground, foul to the right side. And Guelph back for the second time this week after a very emotional game, which the Baycats came out on top of on Thursday night here at Vintage Throne Stadium. And Julius, I'm not one that likes to predict this kind of stuff, but would not surprise me at all if there was a little bit of extra emotion behind both of these teams here tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of animosity with the situation that happened with Tristan Pompey. Chirping the Baycats dugout.
0-2, and a pop-up. It'll stay on the infield dirt, and it's an easy catch for Carson Burns. That'll do it as the Majors strand the double by Eduardo DeOlio at second base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's still 6-3 Barrie. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and that's
the score is James Henderson, and the Baycats win.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Avery Tuck will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Baycats, looking for some more to add to this 3-run lead. And boy, it'll be interesting to see if Frank Garces comes out and works the 9th inning. He has pitched masterfully today, and our stats guy James letting us know that Garces has faced 32 batters today, and only 2 of them have reached 3-ball counts. So Frank Garces, his usual efficient self on the mound today for the Baycats.
Well, his last outing against London, he went 8 innings with 120 pitches and 11 strikeouts. Strikeout totals today aren't as high as that, but been very efficient.
The low walk total is, and that one hits Tuck again for the 2nd time today. Boy, he is going to need the hot tub after this game today.
Well, that one hit him on the hand. That's a bit scary.
Took one in the hand, one in the hip, and then he slipped on the outfield grass earlier today as well.
Yeah, he looks to be in some considerable pain. That's a tough spot to get hit with a fastball like that. He's been taking a beating this whole game.
So we're back to the top of the order now for Kinesi Joe. Josh Matlow out for a chat with Corey Dalton. Not sure what the conversation here might be about. Certainly not an intentional move by Alex Springer, but Josh getting an explanation from the home plate umpire about something.
Well, Tuck's been hit twice in this game, once by each of the Majors pitchers. Wouldn't think there'd be any intent at all, but hopefully Avery Tuck's okay.
He started, but he didn't complete his swing, so I don't know how he's calling him back.
Is he going to call him back?
Yeah.
What's the count, Gary?
It will be 1-1 if he calls him back.
He's calling him back.
Did he get?
Well, this is interesting. Apparently they're going to say that Tuck swung at the pitch, or
I'm saying he swung at the pitch.
That seems to be the ruling.
if you swing at the pitch and it hits you, it's a strike, and that's what they're saying here.
It looked to me like it hit his hand before his bat went through. It's a very interesting call.
We'll have to take another look at that after the game, but it didn't look to me for a minute. I didn't even hesitate.
I didn't even notice any kind of appeal over to the third base umpire at all. Tuck seems to be okay enough to swing the bat.
When you call the strike, you can't really appeal it over there.
So it's a 1-1 count to Avery Tuck. Pitch on the way. And that's low, 2-1.
So I always do sounds whenever there's a foul. Every other foul ball, they like feel it out, right? Like if it's I don't know, it's a close game, there's like runners on second and third, then you can start pumping in two. It's like a foul ball.
Strike two, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans getting behind Avery Tuck here.
Tuck is taking his time getting into the box there.
Pitch from Springer. Inside ball 3. Tuck trying to get on base here after being hit by a pitch on a ruled swinging strike earlier in this at bat. Here's the pitch on the way. Ball 4. So Tuck gets on. Took a few extra pitches, but it's the same result.
That was a great at-bat from Tuck. He was able to work the walk. He came back to the at-bat after being hit with a 1-1 count, but great patience from him.
That'll be it for him as Brad McQuinn will come out to pinch run. He's going to get a nice hand as he comes off the field here. Deservedly so. So Brad McQuinn on for Avery Tuck.
Coming into pitch for the London Majors.
And a pitching change for the Majors as Alex Springer's day comes to an end. So 1 on, nobody out. The bottom of the 8th.
Brad McQuinn.
Take a break and return. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Bottom of the 8th, and on the mound for the London Majors is Braden Farrington.
Farrington will come into this game making his 17th appearance of the season. All in relief. He sports an 0-1 record with 6.5 ERA. 2 saves on the year. Strikeout ratio 9-5. 18 innings pitched this year.
Can you see Joe? We'll come to the plate here with a man on. Nobody out here in this 8th inning. Baycats saw Farrington last time the Majors were here a couple of weeks ago. Came on in relief with Owen Boone. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball at 69 miles per hour. Gets it over for a called strike. Brad McQuinn, the runner at first.
Farrington last pitch on the 25th of July against Hamilton. 1 inning outing for him.
And this one's hit to left field. Over is Starling Joseph. A long way to go, and in foul territory, he makes the catch. Pretty stiff breeze to left field from right to left. But that held up long enough for Starling Joseph to make the catch. 1 away. Here comes Noel McGarry-Doyle. Solo homer to lead off the 7th. Singled and scored in the 1st. Singled in the 5th. A 3-for-4 afternoon for the left fielder. Just another productive day at the plate for him. McQuinn leads. He held on by Josh Williams. First pitch from Farrington misses low and away. Gary Doyle wants time as he gets settled in. And he's ready. Farrington's pitch. Hit hard and fair ball down the line. Hustling to third is McQuinn. He'll hold up. It's a double down the right field line for Noel McGarry-Doyle.
That'll be McGarry-Doyle's 4th hit of the game. 2nd extra base hit after that home run in the 7th. Hard hit ball right down the line. That was right on the line, it looked like. And now the Baycats have 2 runners on for Adam Odd.
Well, it's going to be a toss-up between Noel McGarry-Doyle and Malik Williams for player of the game. Assuming the score holds up for the Baycats here, Williams also with a strong day at the plate, 3-for-4. Had that big 2-run homer in the 1st. McGarry-Doyle with his own home run in the 7th. Adam on today with a double and a single. Good balanced attack by this Baycat lineup today. First pitch swinging, and it's a fly ball to left field. That ball's got some carry to it, and it gets past Joseph. It'll bring home one. Brad McQuinn scores. 7-3 Baycats.
And the base runners had to be very careful on that fly ball. It looked like it was just kept carrying on the left fielder's Joseph. McGarry Doyle only able to move up to third from second base, and Adam Odd, it's going to be a double for him.
Mentioned the wind blowing from right to left, and it's been a busy afternoon for Starling Joseph in left field. That one he couldn't get to. And it carried more than he expected because the wind has been blowing slightly in as well. Got a little bit fooled by that and was unable to make the catch. They held McGarry Doyle at third, so it's Odd at second, McGarry Doyle at third. A visit from Rube Chanderdat.
In the middle, it's the Baycats logo. You'll see Jeopardy clock.
Home plate umpire Corey Dalton out to tell them to move it along. And Roop has had his say. So back-to-back doubles by Noel McGarry Doyle and Adam Odd. And the Baycats looking to add on more, up by 4 here in the 8th inning.
Rio.
Rio looking for a big at-bat here on the heels of 2 strikeouts, one in the 5th, one in the 7th. He could blow this one open with one swing of the bat. Farrington's first offering. Rio held back. They appeal at third. No, he did not, says Don Michelle. And it's a 1-0 count.
Rio had an RBI single in the first inning and then scored on the home run by Williams, and then had a double in the third inning, which scored Kinesijo.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, 65. "25-year-old Barrie native, 6th year with the Baycats. Checked his swing. Again an appeal, and he did not go. Pitch was low, 2-1.
The bat didn't even come around. Hands go forward, bat didn't come around. Holy.
Braden Farrington on in relief of Alex Springer, who took over for Jordan Schulafant. Here's the pitch. Rio with a big swing and a miss. Really fooled by that off speed.
And that pitch had a lot of break to it, low and away. Fooled Rio there.
Let's see if he goes back to it on the 2-2. Farrington with the pitch. And Rio is able to get a hold of it, but it'll stay in the park. And it drops in front of Austin Wilkie. And that'll bring home a run. Noel McGarry Doyle is in to score. Odd could only get as far as third. It's an RBI single for Ryan Rio.
That ball looked like it was going to be deeper than it was. It dropped right in front of the center fielder, Austin Wilkie.
Roop's second visit, so this will be the end of the line for Braden Farrington, as he'll come out and get the ball. A right-hander warming up in the London bullpen. That ball wasn't hit very hard, and they were playing Ryan Rio very deep as well. Austin Wilkie had a long way to go, and he's favoring that left leg as well. He might have hurt himself charging that ball. Landed in no man's territory, and Rio drives in a big run. 8-3 Baycats as the Majors will make a pitching change. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Malik Williams comes to the plate. Baycats up by 5. They're looking for more. Runner at third and runner at first. Another very long half inning for the Baycats. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Now 2 in the bottom of the 8th. And Williams will try to keep this inning going.
New pitcher for the Majors is Skylar Janis, making his 13th appearance of the year.
Much different pitcher from Farrington. Janis coming right at Williams with a high fastball. Williams swung right through it.
Janis coming into this appearance with a 6.98 ERA in 19 1/3 innings. 21 strikeouts to 12 walks.
Farrington's plan of attack on Rio was mostly off speed and breaking stuff, but let's see if Janis comes at Williams with straight fastballs here. 0-1 pitch on the ground. To Hopper to the second baseman. He drops the ball. The flip to short in time for the out. Great job by Brett Graham, who bobbled the ball, stayed with it though, and he got the flip to Cruz for the out.
And that was Kyle Maves pinch running for Ryan Rio.
Catcher number 5, Josh.
Adam Ott comes in to score from third. Maves is retired 4-6. And it's a fielder's choice for Malik Williams. So 2 out in the inning. Baycats get another. 9-3 to score. Nice job by Brett Graham showing composure there after what could have been a costly error. 6-run lead now for the Baycats. First pitch to Cote misses.
This will be the second straight inning that the Baycats have sent up 7 to the plate.
Be interesting to see if Frank Garces comes back out to finish this game in the 9th. He's been sitting for a long time. And similar situation in the 7th inning as well when the Baycats sent 7 men to the plate, scored 2 runs. A couple of pitching changes in there as well. That really dragged out that bottom of the 7th inning.
Nobody's throwing right now for the Baycats, so very well could be Garces' 9th.
A strike. And it's 1-2.
Who's behind the plate? He's got tea time.
This game was moving along at a really quick pace until the 7th inning.
Yeah, Dalton's got a twilight tea time.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is low. 2-2.
Cote 0 for 4, so if he can get a hit here, that'd be a huge boost of confidence for him heading into tomorrow.
Janis with a 2-2. Low, and the count is full. Outside as well. Nice job by Eduardo De Leon to snare that one and keep it from getting away. Williams, the lone runner at first base. Inside, ball 4. Cote tosses the bat. That's a base on balls. 8th hitter to the plate this inning will be shortstop Carson Burns.
The shortstop number 3, Carson Burns.
Burns had an RBI double his last time up in the 7th. That made the game 6-3. Now the game 9-3.
84 miles per hour. It's a called strike to Burns. Burns doubled in his last at bat. 2 on for him here with 2 out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 77. Burns ahead of it. And it's 0-2. Oh-2 from Janis. He went around, tag applied, and it's a strikeout to end the 8th. Baycats strand 2, they score 3, and lead by 6. We go to the 9th. 9-3 Barrie on Baycats TV and Rogers TV.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ape, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and that's
and the score is James Anderson, and the Baycats win.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Top of the ninth inning, the Baycats lead by 6. This ninth inning is brought to you by Expedia Cruises in Barrie, Air, Land, and Sea Vacations.
Leading off the ninth inning for the Majors, designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Cleveland Brownlee for the Majors to face Frank Garces, out for his 9th inning of work. 98 pitches, and he was resting for a long time in that Baycat dugout in both the bottom of the 7th and the bottom of the 8th. Brownlee first pitch swinging, grounds it to third. Plaz with a low throw, but it's picked up by first baseman Malik Williams on a bounce, one away.
That was a nice pick there by Williams. A bit of a low throw, but he saw the hop in front of him, and great pick to get Brownlee for the first out.
Center fielder, number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Well, I was speculating about who our player of the game might be and sort of throwing around the two names of 2 home run hitters today, Noel McGarry-Doyle and Malik Williams, but really you might need to look at this guy here on the mound.
Frank Garces does not have a complete game yet this year. Has not had an outing under 6 innings this season.
9 hits, but he has minimized the damage, holding the Majors to just 3 runs. 2-run homer by Eduardo De Olio in the 6th. Majors also got a run in the 4th, but so far this afternoon, that has been it. Two-0 pitch is hit to left field, pretty deep. And it is up and it is gone. A home run for Austin Wilkie. 9 for the lead.
That ball got out in a hurry. Noel McGarry-Doyle in left field took a few steps back, but then just turned around and watched it fly over the fence.
Josh Matlow would love to have Frank Garces finish this game with another game tomorrow here against the Guelph Royals tomorrow afternoon. And that, as we mentioned, the Baycats' 4th game in 4 days. First time this season they've had a 4-4 stretch of games.
Brad Grieveson is warming up in the Baycats bullpen, has been since the start of the inning, just in case Garces runs into a little bit more trouble in this 9th inning.
9-4 the score. Foul back. Josh Williams today, 1 for 3. What a season for Frank Garces for the Baycats, the ace of this rotation. Last year, Garces arrived mid-season and wasn't really here long enough to find his groove. He made 5 starts but finished just 2-3 over those 5 games. Really dominated, though, in the category we've talked about today, the strikeout to walk ratio. 39 strikeouts, 6 walks in those 5 starts he made last season. On the ground foul. And even more impressive in the postseason when he made 11 strikeouts and 2 walks in his playoff appearance, despite losing that game to the Toronto Maple Leafs. He has been exceptionally dominant for the Baycats here in the 2023 campaign. 0-2 is the count to Josh Williams. Pitch from Garces. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string at 72. Williams way ahead of it.
That was a great pitch from Garces. Lots of movement down and away. And they're 1 out away from finishing this one off.
1 to go, and Garces can call it a day. His team up 9-4 and 2 out in the 9th. Graham 0 for 3 today. Scored the winning run last night. Has yet to get on base here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Nice big crowd this afternoon here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Behind Frank Garces with 1 strike to go. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Garces pumps his fist as he comes off the mound. Gets congratulations from his catcher, Josh Cote. And the Baycats come out of the dugout to celebrate a 9-4 victory here this afternoon at Vintage Throne Stadium.
Fantastic outing from Frank Garces, and that's huge during this 4 games and 4 day stretch, really saving the bullpen and allowing Josh Matlow a lot more freedom with the pitching staff tomorrow as they face the Guelph Royals.
111 pitches for the Baycat left-hander today, and a complete game, his first of the season, facing the Baycats to a 9-4 victory today over the London Majors. Don't forget to join us tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Guelph Royals are back for a rematch against the Baycats. We hope to see you here at the ballpark. If not, we'll have the game for you right here on Baycats TV. For Julius, Hern, and our entire crew here at the ballpark, my name is Ben Davy. Good evening from Vintage Throne Stadium.